Hello, hello, hello. I'm back at it. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. It's been a hot minute because your girl has been traveling, and that's not an excuse because I can do the 3B Waxing Show while traveling. It's just the time zone thing, and then getting on here is a bit much. So I am currently in Valley of the Sun, Arizona. I'm going to put today is Q&A. It's Thursday. So if you have questions about waxing, skincare, look at that, nail gone, waxing, skincare, business, all that good stuff. I'm deciding what I want to talk about if there is no questions. So I do Q&A. I should do Q&A and then what we'll talk, like what you can ask. So it'll be on. I know I already said this, but I gotta type it in. Waxing, skincare, business, aesthetics. All right. All right, so it's pinned and everything. So, announcements. First announcement I got for you is next week is when I will be packing orders. So if you ordered from the pre-sale in January, then you will be, I think it's going to work out because I said I wanted to send out pads by the second week of February. So that is probably what's going to happen. It's working out really well. Thank you all for your orders and everything. So I'm very excited to fill those in. Hey, my Sven 17, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. How are you doing today? So that's the first announcement. Second announcement, I'll be back in the salon tomorrow. So we're taking a plane tonight back to California. So we'll be back in California land, and I'll be back at it in the salon. And that is really, the other announcement, third announcement, is the mini course. The mini course for estheticians on how to start your own salon and how to attract clients is up for enrollment. It starts March 1st. I really will be paying more attention to that. Hey, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show, Zanny. How are you doing? Well, welcome. I will be paying more attention to that during the 3B Waxing Show. Next week and the week after, it's just this week was travel week / my birthday, so there's a lot going on. Hey. So today is Q&A. So if you have any questions about waxing, skincare, business, aesthetics, shoot away. Hey, Steam Lounge and Spa, how are you doing? Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. So usually, if those of you who are new, I will introduce myself, but how the 3B Waxing Show works is I'm on live Tuesday through Friday. This week is a little different because I've been traveling for my birthday, my mom's birthday, my husband's Christmas gift. It was all this weekend. So we went to Houston, Las Vegas, Arizona, and then I'll be back in California tomorrow. So I wasn't able to do live as consistently, but usually it's from Tuesday through Friday. Tuesdays are all about product highlights, so I come on here and talk about a product, tell you about ingredients, how it would help, show you the consistency, see if you're interested in it, if it'll help you with whatever's going on. I try to, do a variety of products. On Wednesdays, I do esthetician education, so if you're an esthetician, I know, my sad now, I'm trying not to point with it, but they're going to come out soon. If you're an esthetician, a cosmetologist in the beauty industry, that's where I talk about education. It could be waxing, how to wax better, how to find clients. Last one we did was the products, how to start your own product line. And I actually pre-sold that for $9.99. Had a bunch of pre-sales, so thanks for those who, catch the replay. And if you did purchase the pre-sale, thank you. And then I'll be putting that on my website. But that's what Wednesdays are. Thursdays are Q&A. So if you have any questions, drop them below. Again, I put on the question things, but drop them below. So any waxing questions you have, skincare, business, aesthetics, all that. And then Fridays are all about waxing. So last Friday we did common waxing questions. So I brought up some common waxing questions that are usually Googled and talked about those. So that is what the 3B Waxing Show consists of. For those of you who are new, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. And so you remember, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Thank you for those returning, and thank you for those catching the replay, those joining today. I am Becca. I'm a pro waxer and skin therapist since 2010. I help people remove unwanted hair, acne, discoloration, and growths through chemical peels and waxing in Santa Ana, California. I have my own product line that's been sold in the US, the UK, Canada, and the AE, which is my exfoliating pads. They're all chemical exfoliants, so they're good for sensitive skin. And there's the acne and ingrown pads, the fruit enzyme pads, and I did have the brightening, but I definitely think I'm discontinuing them this year, 2020. I also help estheticians start their own. I've helped a lot of estheticians start their own product line, actually. And then I help people start their salon suite, help them wax better, all the different kinds of things, because I have been a regional trainer for a large wax firm or wax company. And I've been doing this since 2010. So thanks for joining. Hey, Everything Aesthetics. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. So I do have a bunch of freebies if you're interested in learning about waxing or attracting clients or anything. So if you click the link in the bio, you can grab those freebies. Check out all the buttons I have. I have a lot of things that I offer free that you can see, like, you know, to get a kind of idea of what I know and if I can help you. Oh, you said that's so amazing. Thank you. Yeah, so ask your questions. Today's Q&A. I'll just talk if there's no questions. I'm trying to think of anything that would help you, be of value for you, any of you guys on. Any questions, skincare. Let me think. I know I will be doing, I talked about this on my live that I was on recently, is that I am going to be doing a special probably next month or month after for Brazilian and chemical peels. So if you have questions about that, chemical peels or Brazilians, I know a lot of people always have questions about Brazilians. If you're an esthetician and have business questions, you know what? I did learn a lesson. I'll talk about this if there's no questions. So when I started 3B Waxing, I was working somewhere else, and you know, I really jumped all in on having my own business. I really, you know, just jumped all into it. I took out a lot of money. I looking back, I overspent. And I was just talking to my mom about this in the car, and I was like, you know, I have a hard time forgiving myself for the money I've spent that I could have used for other things, you know. And my mom was just telling me, like, because, you know, you always get some good wisdom from your mom. She was just like, you know, you can't do that. You can't just dwell on the past. The money's spent. And it's a lesson so you can help other people. And it's true. It's just I have a really hard time forgiving myself. That is one thing. I don't know if it's a perfectionist thing, because I don't try to do everything perfect. But I like to do things where I don't make a lot of mistakes. And I'm really hard on myself on that. I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that. But one thing I do want to tell people who do start if you are looking to go on your own, some things that you want to do that I did, that I've learned from, is I guess the best way to say it is start where you are. And I know it's so basic. And sometimes you need that, start where you are. Because I used to wax people in the dorms back in college. And I was making money. And I didn't have a full-on salon back then. Hey, Fox. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. And when I started, I just was like, I need to have this. I need to do that. I need to spend on that. When I started 3B Waxing, and you don't need to do all that. Really, you just start where you are. It's all about how you treat people, having good customer service, because I think at a certain point when you start spending too much, your customer service drops because you are stressed out about money. So that's one thing I definitely, a lesson that I've learned and I have to forgive myself for. And one thing about, having a business and just in life is you got to learn how to forgive yourself on mistakes you've made. And so I'm a work in progress of forgiving myself of any mistakes I made. But you continue to learn. And some of the people who follow me some of you guys have been with me since either 2017 when I started 3B, or before that when I was working for companies, or even before that when I used to wax people when I was practicing in school. And you've seen me and you've grown with me, and I just thank you for that. And if you are somebody who is trying to open up, a salon or a business and do aesthetics, people grow with you, which is great. And they learn with you, like as you learn and stuff like that. And another thing that I would like to share that I've been through is that there was a time period when I opened 3B Waxing that I was in a rush. And I was rushing to, be quote unquote successful. But I had to reevaluate because I was in a rush to make a lot of money and be this certain type of success when I need to define success for myself. And I think everybody needs to do that. Everybody needs to define, what success looks like for them. Okay, I'm starting to see the questions. Okay. She said, oh, wait, that's the first question. Let me do the first one. What are good tips to help keep oily skin managed throughout the day, especially in summer? Okay, so a few things, because I do have clients with oily skin. So, first of all, getting those sheet blotters. There's like those they're thin. They're like the same consistency of the toilet paper or the toilet seat covers. Those are really good to have on you in your purse. They come in like cute little things and you can just blot your skin with them. Another thing I tell my clients is start looking for moisturizers that are very light. And in the summer, a good thing to do is change your moisturizer, because in the winter you may have more dehydration, like surface dehydration. So in the summer, it'd be good to get a really, really light moisturizer and sunscreen. That's going to help with how oily you get. That and then also make sure you're not over drying your skin with washing your face. Because sometimes with oily skin, if you're have a drying cleanser, your skin and then is like, okay, I need to pump out more oil because their skin's dry. So those three things will help with oily skin. And then you said, what's good for minimizing pores? So your pore size will always be the same in your life. A good way to minimize the appearance of them is to get facials. Getting facials, even if you go somewhere or if you are a person who does them at home, is good because it cleans out those pores, so it makes it look less big. But your pore size stays the same. So if you have oily skin like you talked about, then your pore size is going to be a lot larger. So getting those cleaned out and getting extractions done makes them look less big, if that makes sense. She said, everything in aesthetics. Asked, if you had to do it differently, would you have worked for someone to gain experience first? I'm torn between jumping out there and starting my own business and just graduate aesthetics school in December. Good question. So, I hope I answered that question for you, Zany. Let me know. Okay, yeah, she said thank. Okay, yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so that's a good question. Would I do anything differently? I want to say no, because the blessings that I've received, I wouldn't have them because of what I've done. like I was saying how I'm having a hard time forgiving myself, but my mom was telling me, like, if you hadn't spent that money, you wouldn't be where you are right now. Like, I have a lot of blessings that I haven't shared publicly with people that are coming up. You'll know about them, but I wouldn't have got them where I am. So would I do anything again the difference? So basically you're asking, would you work for someone else or start a business? I'll just say, from my experience, I'll say from my experience. Okay, so I started esthetician school when I was in high school. It was a program where you could go in high school and it was free tuition, and then you just pay for supplies. My parents told me I had to go to college. Hey, UG, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. So I went to college and I used to wax people in the dorms, like I said earlier. I didn't need to work for somebody else to make money waxing people in the dorms. I was also waxing people from church, and I wasn't making that much money because I was charging like $8 a brow. People were, I was doing, it was really like low key, like, oh, come over, do this. But if I would have talked to people like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing brows, come on, come over, like if I really was promoting myself like I should have been, I wouldn't have needed to work for somebody else. I could have just gone straight into waxing. Now, one thing working for somebody else, so when I was in college, I went to University of Arizona, bear down. I started working at a large wax franchise. That definitely helped me. I learned a lot about retail there. I can retail like so well. Like, it's crazy. Because I worked at a place, I can do Brazilians really good. I was learning how to do Brazilians on my own because when I was in school, you couldn't learn how to do Brazilians under 18 because I was in high school. So I had done a few, but working somewhere else helped me. It gave me more of the confidence. It basically was extra schooling because they say like you learn more when you're out of school. Do I think that if I hadn't worked for somewhere else, I would have been fine? Yeah, I would have been fine. Because I was already waxing people, it's trial and error. The only thing that I would say most people would consider between, like, should I just work for someone else or start my own business, is that money. Like, in the beginning, you may not have much clientele, so you need the money. And one thing I like about working for places is that you're getting paid to learn, because a lot of times companies will send you places. Like, I learned how to do the hydrofacial because at a job I was at, they wanted us to know that. So that's the nice thing about working for someone else. But do I think that people can go straight from school to working for themselves? Yeah, you can do it. It's all trial and error in everything. Even now, I'm still doing trial and error. It's just, I'm further along. But I really think you could definitely do it. It just depends on, if you can afford it. Because there is times where you're not making a lot of money. So hopefully that is helpful. Hey, this is Des. How are you? Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. And so you remember, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. So we got some good questions. We got a question about oily skin, how to minimize pores. We got a question about, I hope that answers your question, everything aesthetics about, I know it was kind of my story and that kind of thing, but hopefully that kind of gives you an idea. Okay, you're welcome. So we had a question about school and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say though, those are the things for that. And then one thing I will say with anything, whether it's, finding out your skin routine, starting your own business, going to school for aesthetics, whatever, get people's advice and then like take some time to really know what's going to be best for you and really know who you are. Like, make your decision off of like I don't want to say your gut. I say, talk to God and that kind of thing, but when I went to esthetician school, I didn't really ask any advice for anything. I did that on my own of like, okay, I'm going to do this. Like, I knew that was what I needed to do. And there are times when you just know, and or even if you don't know, just work on trying to know what's best for you. And just, I pray, whatever you need to do to like get into that mental space. Some people meditate, whatever you do, because you know you the best. It's so funny. I've been on this, like, really going back to like knowing who you are and learning myself again and doing self-care. And we know ourselves the best. We know we have so much power and we have so much magic. I posted like You Are Magic recently on Instagram, and it's true. We have so much power, and if we just like dig deep inside, we can stop doubting ourselves. Especially when I started 3B waxing, I doubt myself a lot. I do it less now that I've been in business longer, but there are things that I'll doubt myself. And, we shouldn't be doubting ourselves, especially when we know, when you get that feeling of, and then the good thing is that when you go and listen to somebody like me speak, or somebody, classes and those things, or you get coaches and stuff like that, God or the universe will give you information through that person or things that you need to hear, and then you can decipher and pick out what you need to use. I hope that makes sense. I just got a message that WWE stock is down right now. Teardrop. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense, that doing what feels right in your gut, getting education from other people and learning, and then also taking pieces and bits and stuff from that and making it your own, and like knowing what you're supposed to do on your path, basically. Because we all have, a path, a reason why we're here. And yeah. Hey, Shayna, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. How are you? How are you? Doing Q&A. If there's any other questions, let me know. We're just talking about life, random things. Talk about skincare, starting a business. We have done so many flights in the last few days, and the bumpiest flight was from Las Vegas to Arizona. It was 46 minutes, and it was turbulence the entire time. I'm not crazy about flying, even though driving's less safe than flying, but I'm just not crazy about flying. But we've had a blessed trip. I don't know if you guys have been to Houston or Vegas, but we definitely love Vegas. We saw the Blue Man Group. It was a great. I loved it. I love the show. I love shows. I'm actually a dancer, but just seeing like art and stuff, I definitely recommend the Blue Man Group. It's very interactive. It's good for adults and kids. So it was my first time seeing that. We did see the Holocaust Museum in Houston. I have been to the one in DC, which I really loved. I think the Houston one is just a little smaller, but we did get but listen to a guy who was a Holocaust survivor. So we did that. And then we just, been enjoying the trip. But yeah, that's what's been going on. But any other questions? It's just been a good trip, and I'm very thankful, and a lot of stuff has been coming to my mind that I do want to share with you guys. And what else was I thinking about? I've been reading this book by Abraham Hicks. The lady's name is actually Esther Hicks. I don't know if you guys have heard of her. But she does a lot of talking about, connecting with, she calls it source, I call it God, and just, being in alignment and all that stuff. So I definitely think doing 3B waxing, helping people with skincare, is something I'm on this earth to do. I think I have other gifts as well, but I do hope this is valuable. We all definitely have gifts and talents and stuff like that. So, if there's no other questions, I'm going to get off of here. Maybe take off these nails because your girl is looking a little rough. But I will for sure be in the salon tomorrow. See all of you guys that I've missed while I've been on vacation. I do hope this was valuable. I will save this. So a lot of the 3B waxing shows, unless I sell them as education, they go to YouTube. As long as I can get it to download, because sometimes YouTube is a little bit, feisty with my uploads. But if I can get it down on YouTube, then I'll put it up there. So I'll save this video and put it up on YouTube, and so you can, go back if you need to. And yeah, and then also I would love it if you can share if any of this information is valuable to anyone you know. I appreciate it. But I hope you guys have those who are on and those catching the replay have a blessed day, a very good weekend. I hope that you enjoy time with people you love, people you like, and then just have just a spectacular day. So thanks for joining, and I will see you tomorrow.